Hello everybody. Hope your weekend's starting off good. Shave day is going to be with the Essence of Scotland Mountain Dew Pass Around, courtesy of Scott Hamilton. Thank you, Scott. Today I'm also going to give a shot with the suggestions from John Kingsford dealing with the Gillette Fatboy. Now, he pointed out to me that the head of the Fatboy is fat. It's thicker this direction than the Gillette Slim or any of the super speeds, and therefore the angle of attack, whereas you might want to do this angle before, which is kind of traditional, that you need to do it a little bit steeper. Get it in the camera right. Instead of down here, up here. I haven't tried that yet. I'm going to try it today. I'm going to use oh shoot, I might have to dig for a blade. Alright, I'm just going to try a shark. I got a shark sitting here. It's been a long time since I've used a shark. It was one of the earlier blades that I was able to get my hands on after I got back into traditional wet shaving again and started looking around for blades. So I'm going to use a shark, one of these, the Shark Super Stainless. I'm trying to figure out what the distance is for my camera to pick up the printing. I know if I stick it up real close, it doesn't get in there. And John reminded me that when you tighten down, I'm going to set this on a 6. When you do an adjustable like this, whether it's a Slim or a Fatboy, you know, you adjust it, but you want to have the, oh, I can find this spot, there it is. You want to have the doors open, adjust it, and then close it back down. And then once it's snug, you want to turn it another quarter turn to lock it down. Now, I've already put on my pre-shave. I'm using my honeysuckle fir spice skin food, and I'm always have a problem getting the camera to pick that up, so maybe I can get it to pick it up here. And that's just Cornhuskers lotion and essential oils added. I've just put a little dab of water in the top to soften up the very top of the soap, and I've had my Frank Shave 28mm Pure Badger brush soaking. Shake it out and then just start collecting lather on the brush. I've test lathered and it does well both bowl lathering and face lathering. I'm going to do face lathering today. But I just load it up until it starts getting thick. Loading it on the brush. Get a little water in my face. Gonna undo my top button here. We're definitely here in Oklahoma getting into summer. It's up in way up in the 90s last week. So later on in the shave, I'm going to work on showing how I use my mentholated glycerin to add to an aftershave. I've had a question about that. This Mountain Dew smell is very, very nice. It's got juniper, natural honey, mixed spices, cajeput, cypress, and fir. Well, we got interrupted a little bit there, so I had to wipe off and start back from scratch again. Okay, can't remember what I was saying. But the smell of this is very, very nice. It reminds me of a combination of Old Spice and something that's got a lot of piney, furry scent. Smells very, very good. Very, very manly smell. It's very easy to mix up the lather. Just basic technique. And after I lathered up before and got interrupted, I didn't immediately wash off my face. The lather stayed on there for quite a while before it finally broke down. So here we go. Ooh. A little bit steeper angle than what I usually would do. See if John Kingsford advice works out. So far, so good. I think I was saying something about Oklahoma weather. Normally, we get a period of time in the summer that it's just so very hot and mildly humid. It doesn't get super humid like I grew up in southern Illinois. In southern Illinois, we'd have 98 degrees and 98% humidity because of all of the water that we had around with the Mississippi River and all the other rivers flowing through it. Here in Oklahoma, we tend to go towards being dry and drought. And even though we've gotten a whole lot of rain with this outbreak of tornadoes and things, and we've been flooding, turn on the summer heat and it's beginning, and we're just a few days away from the beginning of summer. But turn on the summer heat and it doesn't take long to dry out all the gain that we had. Some of our lakes were down a dozen feet or more, and all this rain that we got with this weather system that came through, it filled a lot of them back up real fast. But we have June, July, and August with 100-degree temperatures, and it's nothing for us to have 100-degree weather 20, 30, 40 days in a row during the summertime. Some other advice that John gave was to let the weight of the razor be the pressure. So I'm being real careful to try and not put pressure on. Kinds of nice leather in here. The piney fur smell really comes out well in this soap. That's the kind of fur smell I like to be able to recreate in some of my concoctions. It's a real subtle, foresty aroma. And of course, when I got interrupted, my wife got on the subject of what am I doing and why are you doing it, and so I had to give her a whole discourse on why we do shave videos and all of that stuff. And she basically said we're crazy, we're voyeurs. I said, yeah, okay. We've kind of had a little bit of an insight, you know, in days gone by, and there's still a lot of guys that do it. But you know, in 50s and 60s, everybody had a car that they could tinker with. You know, they were shade tree mechanics. They could do a lot of tinkering with their machine to get it to work better. Well, anymore with all the computer assisted design and engineering at our vehicles, we don't get to tinker with them nearly the way we used to. So guys have started doing other things. They're more inclined along that realm. But you know, essentially what we're doing shave tree tinkering with our products, with our shave, or with our technique. We're doing some shave tree tinkering, and we're talking about it, and we're having fun. And you know what? John Kingsford, I sing your praises. Baby butt smooth, no irritation, with a Gillette adjustable. You've got the secret, my man. Thank you very much. Now hopefully more people can enjoy this that hate this. And you know, he told me in the post that people have a love-hate relationship with the Gillette adjustables, and I understand why. I have a love-hate relationship with them. Let's get some cool water here. I love the design. I love the way they look. I love the way they feel. But many times I hated the way they shaved because I couldn't get it right. Okay, where am I at? All right. Another topic that came up this last week was someone asking me, how would be the best way to put glycerin or menthol into their aftershave. And I think it was Christian that was talking about it, asking about it. And they go, well, why can't we just put it straight in the aftershave? Well, you can. And I told them, you can, but if you don't like the mix, if you don't like the concentration, you're then stuck with that concoction the way it is, and you can't redeem yourself after you get somewhere where you don't like it. So that's why I told him to watch my video on making mentholated glycerin and to use that as a basis to add to your aftershave. And really, I'm going to use the Brute Dominant aftershave as a basis, and you can do this with anything. But I just take and put a drop, just a little bit. Now I highly concentrate my glycerin with menthol, highly. Probably 3 table. I can't remember what, but it's a lot. Maybe 3 tablespoons, and then I just put a little bit of aftershave in there, and I just rub it in. And then I put it on. You get the benefit of the aroma of the aftershave, and you get the kick of the menthol. And the kick of the menthol I have, it makes your eyes water sometimes. But with this hot weather that we're going, menthol is the way to go. It helps keep you cool. It's refreshing. And now, I'm probably not going to keep it, but I'm going to try it. Came in the box, the Arco Classic Oily Cream. I've heard a lot about it. I've watched a lot of videos about it. I want to try it. I have my suspicions about what it's going to feel like, but you never know until you try it. So put it on. There's a little bit of smell and aroma with it. It does. It feels nice. It feels protective. It goes into the skin well. And even though it says oily, it doesn't really feel oily. But really, I can't tell a whole lot of difference between the Everyman Jack that I use a lot, or the Gillette stuff, or Nivea. It's just a different consistency. It's good stuff for the price. A couple of dollars for that tube. But that's the shave of the day. Hope you have a good weekend. I'll have this up sometime this weekend once I can get everything all resolved and dealt with. We've got the fence put up finally. The dogs are loving it, and they're happy to be able to see out and not have to tear the thing down to be able to see what's going on around them, which is kind of like all the rest of us. We like tearing stuff down to be able to get to what we want, but we don't need to with the right equipment, the right things. So be safe, be happy, and we'll talk with you later. Thank you.